And let me give a formula for you to know the quality of the food you are eating. The more the color of the food you are eating, the more the quality of the food is. Today, very unfortunate in this part of the world, you see somebody, rice, yam, macaroni, spaghetti, all, they are carbohydrates. And we said our daily requirement of carbohydrates is just 310. So you see, when we ingest a lot, they are going to be stored in the liver as glycogen, they are going to be stored in the adipose tissue, and they are staying in the adipose tissue as fat cells. They also affect the joint, and this can also result into what? Arthritis. That is the inflammation of the joint. And when we eat in excess, especially the protein, when we take much protein, the end product of protein is going to be uric acid. And you know uric acid is going to affect the joint, is going to affect the kidney. Uric acid can make us to have uric acid stone. You get the point? Yes. So when we eat too much protein, we can have deposition disease, amyloidosis. These are diseases that can get disposed in the kidney, in the liver, and it's going to affect the liver. So whatsoever we are going to eat, we are going to eat it in moderation. So it's very important. And if you look, Quran has said something very wonderful. You see, Quran is going against eating in excessive. But if you look at the fruits, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَفَاكِهَةً كَثِيرًا. That's why he says, وَكُلُوا وَاشْرَبُوا وَلَا تُسْرِفُوا. But when it comes to the fruit, he says, وَفَاكِهَةً كَثِيرًا. Because the fruits contain a lot of vitamins, minerals, micronutrients, which even essential amino acid. We have about 21 to 22 amino acids. We have the essential and the non-essential. So the essential is those ones that the body cannot produce. And the wonderful thing about this essential amino acid, they are either coenzymes or enzymes in a lot of enzymatic and biochemical or metabolic activities that are going on in the body. Let me give you an example now. We spoke about tryptophan. When somebody is having deficient of tryptophan, means he's going to have problem with sleep. If we have time, we are going to talk about insomnia, problem of sleep. What did Islam say about insomnia? What is the relationship with diet and insomnia? What is the relationship with timing of diet and insomnia? How scientifically the dieting time is collaborating with the Quranic time of eating and the Sunnatic way. So these are very important. Now take for instance now, zinc. A research has shown that since 1986, 75% of the compound zinc has been wiped off from the earth as a result of this chemical fertilizer we are using that are killing the organism, the nitrogen fixating bacteria which make the nitrate or nitrite, they have been destroyed. And these are very important. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the glorious Quran pointed to this, which many were not given keen attention to that. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was talking, وَأَنزَلْنَا الْحَدِيدَ فِيهِ بَأْسٌ شَدِيدٌ وَمَنَافِعُ لِلنَّاسِ. Hadid does not mean iron here. Okay. Hadid means metal. Metals. Yes. Calcium metals. Calcium, chloride, copper, magnesium, manganese. That is what Allah says. He said, وَمَنَافِعُ لِلنَّاسِ. You know, many will say, أَنزَلْنَا الْحَدِيدَ فِيهِ بَأْسٌ شَدِيدٌ. We talk about war, you're going to use it for ammunition, for creating utensils. No. Even the compound matters. The elements, iron matters. Today I do speak to many of my patients. They will come, they say, doctor, I have a problem with my menses. My menses is fluctuating, my hair is dropping. I've used all forms of shampoo. I said, no. Use all the shampoos in this world. The problem you are having a problem with your iron. Which even many of the health practitioners don't even know the role of iron in those things. So they are very important. So all those things are getting from the plants. Yes. And that is what always, if you look at وَفَاكِهَةٌ مِمَّا يَتَخَيَّرُ وَلَحْمِ طَيْرٍ مِمَّا يَشْتَهُونَ. Allah keep on mentioning fruits. Because it's very important. It contains a lot of vitamin C. It aids in digestion. It prepares the stomach for digestion. It prevents inflammatory bowel syndrome. So the quality and the quantity is very important. And also the timing matters. Today now, you observe many of us. Okay, I don't want to go into that. Later we'll discuss about the timing very important. So the quality matters because the quality prevents diseases. You get the point? A lot of protein in the body now. When you lack those protein, because from the amino acid you make protein. So when you lack many of this amino acid, you have problem. If you are malnourished, zinc, you don't have zinc in your body. Zinc is there for healing. Zinc is for collagen synthesis. When you have a fracture, when you have a deficiency of zinc, you will not get well. When you have deficiency of calcium, even the action potentials in your body will not work because the polarization, repolarization, depolarization, all has to do with calcium. It aids in what? Contraction. Let me give you an example. I'm not going to mention which hospital. There was a patient that was brought to me from a very big doctor, a very known cardiologist. So she said the doctor advised her that as a child has a hole in the chest, in the heart. So he's advising her to go for surgery in Ghana. They won't say, no, let's see Dr. Abubakar. Let's see and hear what he's going to say. I just asked a simple question. I said, did this guy pass stool, have diarrhea in any? He said, yes, he has diarrhea for about 7 days. I just put my stethoscope, I laugh. I said, this is hypokalemia features of the heart. He's having bradycardia. That doesn't mean he's having systolic memo that she's absorbing. You know, I just said it's diarrhea. So go and get him banana, let him take much banana. He's going to bring. Every day the mother sees me and sees the child, she bursts into laugh.
Wait, banana, diarrhea, you mean it's...
No, you know, if one purge now,
yes,
you're going to lose a lot of elements.
Yes.
Among it, the dangerous one, zinc is there, sodium is there.
Yes.
You get the point. Like sodium now, if you lose too much sodium either hyper or hyper can make one to convulse.
Yes.
Because sodium, potassium, calcium, they are the ones that take place in the action potential of the cells. When there is a problem in action potential, meaning the transmission in the body, the nerve transmission will not take place. So you get the point. So when the potassium is low, so the contraction of the heart will have problem. So and that is why they will have that beetle. They are going to have flat T wave, short A wave in the ECG. That's where you do the ECG when you do that. So from there, when you are not keen with the cardiological physiology and the problem, then you say, no, this child is having a hole, go and do this. I said, no, this child have what? Hypokalemia. You know, and as a child, since he's playing, we're not going to admit it. If at all we are going to admit him, we are going to give him calcium chloride. So within just some hours, he's going to regain. Sometimes you see some people with carpal syndrome, their hands will get stuck like this, which is as a result of hypocalcemia. Calcium is low. So when you correct that, the person is going to... Or for instance, I've seen a boy in one of my Dawa trip I went, he moved around the hospital, they are saying this. They say it's gene. I said, no, it's not gene. Even from what you are saying, I can see some features in you. You have a problem with your you have hypocalcemia. Your calcium is low. Because this calcium aids in the mineralization of the bones.
So all he needs is maybe calcium supplements?
Yes, that's it. And you see, normally if we are taking these things, meaning if we are taking fruits and vegetable, these things are there.
But doctor, talking about the diet, you talked about usually in this part of the country where we are, or in this part of the world, our diets are usually rice, mostly carbohydrates. Doctor, what about the economy matters. You see, the cheapest thing that one can lay his hands on, the cheapest thing that you can find around and eat are mostly the carbohydrates. Doctor,
I don't believe in that because many make that as an excuse. See, it's mindset, sincerely speaking, it's mindset. We believe that certain food belongs to the rich people.
yes.
I'm telling you, somebody have 10 bags of rice in his house, but he believes the apple is for the rich man. It's only in Nigeria, get this clear. It's only in Nigeria that with 100 naira you can get a fruit. Only in Nigeria, in the whole world. Convert our currency to any currency. It's only in Nigeria. 100 naira now. Go there and say, this now, please give me orange. They will give you at least 1 or 2. It's only in Nigeria. Then you can get food for 100 naira. So it's mindset. Today, how much is rice? 3,000 something. Why not you buy half? You buy beans. You get it? It's mindset.
Mindset.
Today, let me tell you something that will shock you. Today, if you look at the issue of a cesarean section, that is CS, it's very alarming. And if you come back, the whole problem in the country about CS is obstructed labor.
Yes.
So what's the problem? You see many of our girls, they are not having good nutrition. As they are growing, the bones are growing. Especially the long bones, by 21, the long bones have stopped growing. So the girl that is not having adequate nutrition, her pelvic bone is not going to grow well. So when she is pregnant and she's going to give birth, she's going to have what we call CPD, cephalopelvic disproportion, meaning the head and the pelvic inlet is not going to be proportionate. And this many times lead to prolonged obstructed labor, which end up in CS. So that you are not taking orange, you are not taking apple, but now you are going to pay 200, 100, even some places 500,000 for CS. So it's all about mindset and information. We need to be informed. If Quran is going to be mentioned in Fakir, or Fakir to me, so this, and let's not just mention that until paradise. No, it's meant from here. And if you look at Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as we shall come to see, Quran mentions a lot of things about fruit. I don't want to go into taking one of the Quran because any of the Quran fruits we're going to take, we are going to discuss one of the thing about it. So the most important thing is let's eat adequate food.
So Doctor, that was a very good explanation, but we don't have much time right now. We are about to round up. But briefly, before we round up, Doctor.
Yes.
I want you to talk about fasting. Fasting is a major aspect of the Islamic faith, and what are the medical benefits of fasting, particularly in relation to metabolism and overall health?
You see, if I'm going to talk about medical benefits.
Yes.
You see, there is this hadith of Ibn Majah it's not hadith, but it has become so popular that they say sumu tasuhu, fast, you're going to be healthy. Sheikh Nasruddin Albani in Silsilat Hadith said that the IFA page 257 say it's not hadith. It's just a statement that's popular that fast you're going to be healthy. But the fasting the benefit of fasting, in short, I believe if I start talking, this time will not give us maybe our next episode.
You've said it in brief, yes, by quoting that verse.
Yes.
But I will note it down, Doctor. When we come back next week,
yes,
you are going to say more about
yes,
this fasting.
Not only the benefit, a lot of things that deny people from having the benefit.
Okay.
To me, I'm more interested. We're going to discuss what
the
benefit and a lot of things that prevent people from having the benefit.
Okay. Thank you very much, Doctor. We don't have time is against us. Thank you very much for being on our program.
You're welcome.
And we would love to have you again next week to continue this particular topic about diet. Thank you for having us, Doctor. Viewers, this is Health Talk on Al-Ansar TV, and we have been discussing about diet in both Islamic and medical perspectives with Dr. Abubakar Abdullahi As-Sudani. Join us again same time next week for another interesting episode of the program Health Talk on Al-Ansar TV. I remain yours, TAHIR, MUSA, NAGOGO. Goodbye.